Okay, hope everybody's having a good Friday afternoon. I have decided to do a video today, and I had one a day or two ago put together, but I didn't like the way how it was coming out, so I decided to re-edit it. So I have a number of things to show you here. The first thing I got was a return to sender, unfortunately, from Mr. Joe Bugle, who was the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, or back then might have been the Phoenix Cardinals, on this nice police card. That's what they call them, police, because that's what was given out by the police or the fire departments. And there's the RTS. He is or was at Fountain Hills, Arizona. Maybe he has a P.O. box that I don't know about, but I got an RTS from him. He's in his early 70s, I think, and that's a card that I sent out from ComC. I think that's where I got that one. The next thing I got was a Norman Rockwell postcard. I sent out a bunch of these, I think, for Red Rose Tea. Can't read that anymore, it's been canceled over. So there's the front of the card, and on the back of the card there is not a cancel right there. I had written question post office. There's a cancel down here from Yakima, Washington, but that's one of the major mail hubs things go through, so the post office dissed me again. And then we have, let's see, what else do we have here today to show you? I've got a purchase here. I'll do that in a second here. I have actually another postcard here. This came from Redwood City, California. There's a cancel there. That's kind of a neat one. That's a commemorative cancel that they had going on for Christmas time. Oops, sorry. And so there's that one there. Unfortunately, I sliced the envelope open to get my other item out of there. And, you know, I normally like to save anything with a cool cancel on it, not realizing that they didn't seal the envelope. The gum is still there. A brand new unsealed envelope. So thankfully my card got there. I think I only sent one item. But when I got my card, here is the Redwood's postcard there that I sent off. It came from one of those books. It has a bunch in there. It's all perforated there. Completely different cancel. I did not know that was even available. Fly Me to the Moon, Redwood City, California. So that's an interesting cancel. I kind of wanted the other one, but it says something station. I don't even know what that even says, because it's on that black stamp. I'm going to have to try to figure out what station that is. Something about Fly Me to the Moon, Redwood City, California. So if anybody knows anything about that cancel, it was not advertised as an option. So I asked for this one, and I got this one and another one. So I guess in a way that's a bonus. But I just like this one because it had the fir branches, and I was thinking sending off a Redwoods postcard, and that would look a little bit more. That's okay. Well, we'll deal with that one. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I was writing to a place called Washtenaw Post Office in Washington, and I guess they don't have a post office because it directs you to post office in Hooper, Washington, Waukesha, whatever that is. But there's nowhere on the web that tells you there isn't a Washtenaw post office. So I actually Google mapped it and found out there's an empty building there that may or may not have been a post office. I can't tell. There was another place I was writing to called, it's another place that starts with a W, and it was directing me to 3 different post offices in the area and not that one. And there is not a place on the entire web that tells me that these post offices do not exist or have closed or never were a post office, or when they would have even closed 5, 10, 15, 40 years ago. I have no idea. So that's really kind of a silly little thing there. I do have one mention that priority rates have gone up quite a bit. Another $1.50 or something like that. Don't quote me on that price, but so a priority large flat rate is over $20. It's something closer to $22 or something, 21, 22. And everybody was worried about the stamps are going up. But when I went to the post office a few weeks ago, I said, "Do you know if the priority rate is going up?" They said, "Well, we know stamps are not going up." But they had no idea that the other rates were going up, and by golly, they sure did. I don't know about media mail yet, but so it looks like I'm not going to be shipping anything for quite a long time. So there's that little tidbit of information. And I wonder if the postal rates have gone up because everybody has been taking brand new priority boxes and slicing them up and using them for their own personal use, like packaging materials and sending things in non-priority materials. So that being said, this person says, "Hello and thank you for your purchase at your convenience. I would appreciate if you would go to the eBay website and leave me positive comments, feedback on your purchase. Thanks again, the seller." And what did I buy? Well, it's not quite a license plate. I remember having these kind of things these kind of novelty license plates when I was a kid. I had one of the Indiana Pacers, which I had for many years. I may have had like a Niners plate. I'm not really 100% sure. I have never seen this one before. It's made by Plates Unlimited, custom line. I think it's out of the 70s, but don't quote me on that one. I even looked up the phone number right there in the corner to see what that was. That came up with not really anything. And this is WGBH Boston. Now, why is it in green, white, and blue? I have no idea, but I just thought it was kind of cool. If you're kind of like a PBS nerd, and yes, there is a t-shirt out there with a PBS logo that says PBS Nerd on it, you'll know what this is. After This Old House and many other shows, it has that WGBH Boston logo. In fact, I wrote to the guy who created that logo, and he's 90 plus, some old German composer that lives on the West Coast or East Coast somewhere, and it was barely just a pen mark. That was his autograph because he was like 96 or something ridiculous like that. So that was what came in. Not too many autograph requests, unfortunately. I'm sending out some spring training requests soon. I had to go to Burbank Sports Cards to get my cards because the LCS totally had nothing there. They wiped out took away all their dime boxes. Then I know for a fact they had all the players that I was looking for. I did go through and finally found my 2017 binder and found a few guys on Troy Rudder's list that I needed. I don't know, Blake Snell. I think I found a Blake Snell. But that was only after I had ordered some cards off of Burbank Sports Cards. So I'm going to try to send two. I was looking for the McCovey card that I had, and I cannot find it. Not a big deal because that letter will go out before I even find the card, or I could order another copy of McCovey Cove. I thought that would make a good autograph card there. So that's what I have for you. It's not a whole lot. A couple of disappointments and a couple of cool things there. And hope you got some enjoyment out of that or learned something about that. And thank you for watching.